everybody, and welcome to another episode of Reviews That Don't Matter with Jessica Hitt. My name is Jessica Hitt. This review doesn't matter because it is, I was gonna say 30 years old, but no, technically it is only 9 years old. But still, it's 9 years old, everyone's already seen this movie, everyone has formed a very strong opinion about this particular movie, and if you've been watching my videos this week, you know what movie I'm talking about. I am talking about Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the fourth and last in the franchise so far. If you have not seen my other reviews, please watch those beforehand. I did Raiders, Temple of Doom, and of course Last Crusade. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I was gonna do Kingdom of the Crystal Skull because people tend to just like try to wipe that off of their memory and they just call Indiana Jones the trilogy. And I can definitely see why. I remember when I first saw this in the theaters when it came out in 2008, and I did not like it at all. I thought it was ridiculous. But this is the first time I've seen it since that first time I saw it. And you know, it wasn't as bad as I remembered. There's definitely problems with it. I'm gonna say that outright. There's definitely problems with it. But the bare bones of it wasn't that bad. It opens up pretty decently. It sets the stage for the 50s with that guy coming up and like the hot rod and all the girls and all that kind of stuff. And then they go in, they shoot the people, and they bring out Indiana Jones out of the trunk with his friend, who I can never remember the name of. And they are forced to find some remains that Indiana Jones was part of reviewing several years ago, 10 years ago or something like that. And they kind of go through this giant storage unit of what the US military has put together of dangerous objects or curious things that they don't want to be public, really. I mean, you see a glimpse of the Ark of the Covenant, and I think that's all really good, but then it goes into that stupid scene where it's the atomic bomb and Indiana Jones goes into a refrigerator and then gets flown out. That part probably could have just been left off in my opinion. But I still, okay, here's what I'll say. I still stand by Shia LaBeouf as Mutt, his son, in this movie. Hey, Logan. He really wasn't that bad. I would tweak his character a little bit. Like, you get rid of the stupid, like, combing of the hair, and then I personally wouldn't make him a greaser. I would just make him a guy who doesn't really know what he wants to do with his life. And I would also show that he knows, like, fencing and all of this stuff before he's all of a sudden fighting this lady, fencing them onto moving trucks, because then it's like, oh, he's just really good at this. They should have probably introduced that a little bit more. But I still don't think that the problem with the character was Shia LaBeouf. I think it was probably just the character needed a little bit of tweaking. Like, they needed another year of development for the story before they actually went into production, in my opinion. But I do like how they brought back Miriam, Karen Allen, into the mix and having that be Indy's real true love. Just because I think that she's obviously the best of all of them. She's cool, she's spunky, she can get dirty, she's really can handle her own. It's, I don't know, and she's also a thinker. Like that whole thing where she like drove that boat truck thing, I don't really know what you call it, a boat car, and then it lands on the limb and then they go into the water. Pretty smart. Pretty dangerous too. I mean, obviously I don't think that would ever happen in real life, but really none of these movies you'd never think would happen in real life. One thing that's a big criticism of the movie from other people is the whole alien storyline. I don't think it was bad to have it be an alien storyline. Like, I liked the Crystal Skull, I liked the look of it. I even liked the look of the skeletons, but I didn't like the moment where all of the skeletons merged and then they made an actual alien, and then you actually saw the spaceship. I didn't think that needed to be in there. I think it should have just been, maybe they put the Crystal Skull back on the skeleton and then he goes back into upright, you see him move, and then the place just starts falling apart. I think that would have been just better in general. I really do not, we don't need this interdimension space traveling alien thing. In my opinion, I think it should just all collapse, they find their way out. That's probably how I would have ended it more as, because even when I was sitting there watching, I'm like, oh, this actually isn't as bad as I remember, and then the spaceship happened, and then you get the actual alien, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's actually pretty bad. That's not good. Plus the CGI is just terrible. Terrible in 2008. I feel like there's way better CGI that you could have done in 2008, in my opinion. When did the first Transformers come out? Because that was good CGI, honestly, for the year. Also, you have John Hurt, who just recently passed. Rest in peace, John Hurt. He was an amazing actor. He was in this movie, and I don't think I knew who John Hurt was at the time in 2008. Now I do. And I really liked his character until he started turning normal, and he you know, unscrambled his thoughts, the alien thoughts that were in his head, and he started talking about interdimensional space-time traveling and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, come on, I don't need that. Because also he sounded so sure. I'm like, come on, don't do that. And also one thing that I didn't think I would really ever say is that I didn't really care much for Cate Blanchett in this movie. And Cate Blanchett is one of the most marvelous actresses on the planet right now. She's amazing. You guys, come on. She's really great. I didn't like her character in this. I thought her accent was good. I liked the look of her character. But this whole, like, she's being like a psychic doctor, and then she explodes because she gets all of the knowledge. I just didn't work for me. It didn't. I'll say that. Overall, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is not as bad as I thought. It's still not great, but it's just kind of there, you know? Especially after you watch Last Crusade, which is the best of them, and then you go into that one. I don't know. There's some positives about it, definitely, but they needed another year of development. They really did. Okay, and now for my rankings of all the Indiana Jones in order. I'm gonna go with number 1, obviously just said it, Last Crusade. Number 2, I'm putting Raiders of the Lost Ark. Number 3, and this is gonna shock everybody, I'm putting Kingdom of the Crystal Skull above Temple of Doom because I enjoyed it more. I did. Entertainment factor in, I enjoyed it more. I was so bored for half of Temple of Doom. Slightly uncomfortable, and then I, for the most part, was entertained through the entirety of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Yes, there were things wrong with it, but there's a lot of things wrong with Temple of Doom, and in my opinion, Crystal Skull is better. But if you want to tear me apart in the comments about that, please do. I read them. I do. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel. I put out videos Monday through Friday, or I try to. I'm getting better at it, I swear. Watch all my Indiana Jones. I also do Star Wars. I do Riverdale recaps. Okay, I will see you guys next week, I guess. Bye.